Salaam, salam. This is Unity, and I'm here to do a Unity moment. Okay, so I was um watching a Yana Avant video about colorism. Hazel E was on there. If y'all can remember, she was called Dogs. She, I guess she was mad at some girls that was dark skinned, and she called them um dark bitches and monkeys and all that. So I had looked at the Yana event, and it was like it was real. I'm an empath, so I could feel trueness. It was parts of it that I felt that Hazel was being trueness. Other parts that I don't think she did. I don't think she really got it to a point. But the thing is, when you're dealing with post traumatic slave syndrome, when you're dealing with that, um, it takes a while for you to really get it. Anything can sound good. It's just like anything can sound good. But anyway, so I had been said I was gonna do a video about colorism. Um, have I experienced colorism? Yes, I have experienced colorism. I haven't experienced it a lot, but I experienced it. Um, I can remember one particular time. Well, you know what? I can remember two particular times. I can remember a couple of times. But growing up, in my mind, I didn't look at myself as like I was a light-skinned black woman. I just looked at myself as a light-skinned a black, I looked at myself as a black girl. I didn't look at myself as a light-skinned black girl. So, um, I think the earliest I could remember was, I think I was like about 13, and someone had came to me and they said I had put a relaxer in my hair, and my hair is like a little fine texture, and when I got a relaxer put in it, it just got, to be honest, it got thinner. It was longer, but it got thinner. And I had got my back shaved, and I had my hair like this, like in a bob, and it was shaved in the back. And I can remember somebody walked up to me, some girl. She was like, "You got your hair like that? You trying to be a white girl or something like that, or something?" And I just remember looking at her like, I think I remember saying, I can't remember who she was or what. I don't even remember like really knowing her. And I remember saying something like, "No, I'm not trying to be a white girl. I try to be a white girl." Um, and then I can remember when I was about 18, a we was having like this party, like this little cookout here, and I could remember this girl. Her name was Fatima, and she was real light skinned. She was way lighter than me. Like me, I'm light skinned, but I'm more like kind of like I'm light skinned because you could see my veins through my thing. But when I was younger, I was like probably like I'd say about 5 times lighter than I am now. Like see, like right here, I was like probably light this all over. I was really light skinned. And then I had like this red hair, and then like all around my edges was like blonde. You could still see the blonde edges around my hair. Like if you're close to me, you can still see that. It's just like peach fuzz all around this like blonde. So I can remember I had this weed ponytail in my hair. Like I had a bang, and I had this weed ponytail in my hair. And I remember she asked me, she was younger, and she said, "Is that your hair?" And I told her no. And she said, "Well, you light skinned, all light skinned girls got long hair." And I can remember like feeling weird. Like literally I could remember like feeling weird about that comment she made. Like literally feeling weird. Um, I told y'all about when I was like about 7, how I never really had issues with, oh, she dark skin, oh, she light skin, oh, she this. I never had issues like, besides when I was 7 years old, I had a white teacher that, I don't know if, I can't remember which video I talked about that, but she put dark skinned girls against light skinned girls and brown skinned girls. Um, she didn't like me. I don't know why. And you know how they always say they like the light skin better? I can remember a child remembering it. And I don't really want to go into the things that she was doing. I think I told y'all in one of the videos, but I can't remember exactly which video that was. But she mainly put us dark skin and light skin against her. She was a white woman, and I was 7, and I remember that. But what I can remember, like, she had more love for a dark skin. But the weird, yeah, I knew that it was a dark skin, light skin thing, because I was trying to figure out, did I remember, was it? It was. I knew it was a dark skin, light skin thing, because the way, because I had another friend, her name Tantrell. I'm gonna see if I can find that video and I can tell y'all the whole story. Which video that was, and I put it in the description box when I figure out which video that was, when I talked about the whole story. But I knew that it was a light skin, dark skin thing, and good hair, bad hair. Well, it wasn't bad hair, but you know, people say good hair, bad hair. Because I remember the dark skinned girls, like, their hair was like really short, and they used to wear them, you know, them braids that they connected together, which I think is dope. But their hair was really short, and then my hair was probably about right here. And then my friend Tantrell, her hair was really, really long, but she wasn't like really, really light skinned. She was brown skinned. So they wouldn't play with men. They wouldn't play with me and Tantrell unless we let them play in our hair. I can remember that. I can remember growing up, a lot of people wanted to play in my hair. I can remember that. But it's weird because I didn't have like a lot of colorism issues, besides, you know, people make jokes like, you looking like a white woman. I remember when I was like sick with them fibroids, and I remember my mama telling you, you looking like a white woman, but I was pale because I was sick. Blood was low, but I ain't really have like a lot of color. Oh, you know what? I just remember when I moved to Tallahassee, I was going up to FAMU, but I remember me and a friend of mine, we walked to the store from FAMU. What that is? A Speed Store. I think that was called Speed Store. I think it's still there. It was owned by some Indians. And it was a girl that, she was older, because I was about 17. And she was older. And she was like talking mess. And the girl that I was with, I think her name was Tamika. And Tamika was like, they talking mess about you. And I was trying to figure out why they talking mess about me. I ain't, in my mind, I was trying to figure out why they talking mess. But it was just mainly, I guess they were just jealous. I don't know. I don't know if that was light skin, dark skin thing, but only thing I know is the girl was real, real mad, and I ain't do nothing but walk in the store. And I remember the girl that was with me was saying that they was talking about me. I don't know. And it was weird because she was kind of weird. She was like, I don't know. It was weird. You know, looking back at it, it was like, I don't know if she had my back. I don't know. I'm just talking in circles, but I know how my unity moments be. But I never really had a lot of issues, but there was issues. I'm finna start reading these 2 books right here. Dr. Degruy finally got them back on her website, and she revised them. I remember when she came out with this one some years ago, I wanted to get it because I got the DVD, and they wasn't available, but they're available now. So I'm gonna get into these. I'm gonna get into the study guide, and I'm gonna get into these. But yeah, I truly believe that the light skin, dark skin issues come from what the white man had put on us during the time of slavery. And the part that's really messed up is they wanted to make the light skin more superior than the dark skin, but they were superior than the light skin. But it was crazy because I don't know if y'all seen that movie, the Anne Rice Feast of All Saints. In that movie, it was like the blacks, the free people of color, which was like kind of Creole mixed. It was like Creole Haitian, and then it was whites, and it was crazy because the free people of color, the real high light skinned people, they didn't want their kids to mix with the black people, but half of them, they was black. I mean, because the white man, he would marry them and set them up, but they had to stay in their place. If y'all ever get a chance, look at that movie, Feast of All Saints. But this was really true. It's called, and they called the Free People of Color in New Orleans. And it's crazy because at the end of the day, no matter if the free people of color was mixed or light skinned, they still wasn't considered white. Even though those particular ones, the free people of color, kind of lived kind of high, but they was whores for white men at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, before that, no matter what, we still was considered slaves, no matter if we was light skinned or dark skinned. When Ayana said in that video, when she was talking to Hazel, and she talked about Rose, and she talked about her light veins, like my veins, you could like literally see my veins. To my people always ask me like, why you can see your veins? I always just say I'm a mermaid. Hell. But it's a lot of black people that's really light skinned. It's some black people that look white and they not white. They mama black. Black is so dope, but and then sometimes white man ain't never touched them. So at the end of the day, I don't care if you was in that house, I don't care if you was in that field, you would still consider a Negro to them, no matter what. And I remember there was some black families. I think it was this book called Colorstruck. I had seen on this Donahue program. I don't know if I'm saying it right. And this sister said it was so many black people that disappeared in the census because they end up passing for white. They didn't want to live the black, so they end up marrying white men, and then as time went on, they just kind of kept marrying white men and kept marrying into that, and then they just kind of like washed the blackness out after a while. But colorism is an issue. And you know what? I just thought about it. I remember in a Sada Shakur book, she was saying something like, when she was little, if somebody called her a bastard, it hurt. But when they say you black bastard, she said, when you, like, they made the word black seem so bad. You black bastard. Like, they made it seem so bad. And it's crazy because as long as I can remember, I'm 43, I'll be 44 the end of the year. We always knew that like our family always told us that we came from greatness. But we have all these complex about our nose and our skin and our hair. But I can remember always knowing we came from Africa, we were kings and queens and so and so. So it's like, if we came from greatness, like we always knew that, but we still sick with this post-traumatic slave syndrome. Cause it's another time I remember my homegirl was doing my hair. That's before I got my locks. My homegirl Pint was doing my hair. Cause when you wet my hair, it's like really curly and all that, as they say, good hair. And I remember she was doing my hair, and she had just washed it, and her cousin had came over, And her cousin was like, is her daddy white? And me and Pink, we didn't know who she was. We looked at each other. We was like, who? Both of us said who the same time. And then she said me. And I was looking confused. And Pink was like, no, she black. Cause they couldn't understand why my hair was the way it was. And I can remember my hairstylist asked me that. Well, the one that started my locks in Atlanta, she started my locks. And she used to work at the Talil Wajid salon before it closed down. And when I had seen it, because if I puff my hair out, it'll look like a fuzzy afro. But when I wet it, it get real like silky and wavy and curly. And I had asked her, I said, how long is it going to take for me to get my locks? And she said, well, you'll be locked up about 6 months. But when she wet it, she was like, oh, I didn't know your hair was like that. She said it's going to take about a year for your hair to lock up. And then I remember my friend Val. I don't know if y'all remember her. She used to do my locks all the time. Matter of fact, if I decide to twist them, I don't know if I'm going to twist them because I ain't had them twisted in a year. But if I decide to twist them, I'm going to, I'll let y'all see live. I mean, yeah, maybe we'll do it live. We'll see. I asked her. No, she asked me one day when she was washing my hair. She said, your daddy white? And I'm like, no. She said, hell, I see your mom, but I didn't see your daddy. So it's like we had this thing just because if a person has a certain way, as their eyes, or a certain color, they skin or a certain color, they feel like a white man gotta be in it. But it's so many tribes of Africa that there are light-skinned people. Black people are the original people of the earth. They are the indigenous people of the earth. So if they're the original people, just because of 400 years of raping, murdering, killing our ancestors, that white gene did get in us through that. But before the white man even was created, there was all different shades of black people. And I remember Minister Farrakhan was saying something about how our hair texture and our eyebrows, it's like a different, so it's all, we have all different textures. Look at our eyebrows. And he was saying something that there were certain tribes that had hair just like their eyebrows. He wasn't saying that kinky hair wasn't good. He was just saying that at one time our hair was just like our eyebrows. We can see that in, like, when we go to India and we see black people. They black and they hair is straight. We could even see that in the motherland, not just in India. It's a lot of places that black people have straight hair, and there's a lot of places that a lot of black people, our hair rises to the sun. So the colorism thing is on some bullshit, and we gotta be healed. And if it took 400 years to make a slave and a slave mind, it's gonna probably take 3 times that to erase it and heal from it. So I'm doing my work of trying to heal myself. But yeah. And you know what else I don't like? People say, I hate this. People say, she pretty for a dark skinned girl. The fuck? I don't like that. So it's mainly saying that dark skinned girls ain't pretty. And it's crazy because when I was telling y'all, when I looked at Black Panther, I didn't look at Black Panther as, oh, what the light-skinned people. I just looked at it as like black women. I ain't never really get wrapped up in that color thing like that. I never looked at myself and said, oh, I'm lighter, I'm better. I never got hooked up in that. But a lot of our people do. Majority of our people, like, when they see me, they'll be like, is that your real hair? We have this stigma that our hair can't grow long, and if it is, we gotta have some white in us. Even though through that little DNA thing I took, it said I got 16% white. I got it. I'm thinking, I know it gotta be through rape. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what I said in this video. But inshallah, y'all get the gist. We got to stop this colorism bullshit, because it's like, they just got to stop it. I think black babies in all different shades are beautiful. Black women in all different shades are beautiful. The only time black women are not beautiful, or black men are not beautiful, is their minds and their attitude is nasty. So I just love being a black woman. I don't compare myself to no other woman. I'm really comfortable in myself. Um, yeah. All right. Y'all let me know if y'all had any issues about colorism. All right. Salaam, salaam.